Hey guys, in this video I will show you the best lineups for your knife which you can throw, I mean your 0 point, and we will start with this simple one and amazing one, knife which you can throw if you want to fake going B and you are still in front of A. So you just get here in the back and you wanna get stuck behind this chair like this. So that's the first steps. Then you look up and there are these three trees and you will be using the point of this one and this straight line. So all you need to do is just go straight up and line it with this tip, like this, and this line into the right angle. So you do it like this, and you simply throw your knife. This knife is gonna land perfectly on the B side, and it can suppress enemies if there's anyone. It's gonna land right here on this corner, like this, and this is the whole area that it suppresses. It suppresses a lot of it. And it's a great and very simple to throw if you are in a maybe 1v1 situation to fake going B. You can do very similar thing in front of the B side that you are going A, just very simple fake knife. As you can see, there are these windows and you will be using the third window from the top, this one. And you just simply want to place your crosshair next to the building like this, in the height of this window, like this. And then you simply throw it. This knife will go all the way across the map and it will land perfectly around this box area. It will land sometimes behind the boxes, and this is what it uncovers. It pretty much gets the whole side, and once again it's great to do if you are trying to fake go in A and you are still in front of B, or you just can gather information and support your team from the distance. If you want to go simply on A, you can do this knife. You just want to get stuck in this corner, like this. And then you just look up, and you see there is this flag and this roof that they meet at this spot. And then you go straight up until you are at the height of this cloud. Like this. It's pretty simple to line up this cross section and the tip of this cloud. And you want them to make the right angle, like this. And you throw it. And this snipe, once again, it's gonna land perfectly like this. Sometimes it will land right here or right here. Doesn't really matter, works the same way, and this is what it uncovers. This whole side is gonna be suppressed. Overall, if you just wanna go on A, you can try doing even this knife very simply. That way you will suppress anyone who might be on charge. You just can gather a lot of information with this knife to know if the enemies are playing here. And if you are defending, you can do your knife very simply like this for getting info. This is what it suppresses, but I would recommend you doing this one, which is better one. You just want to be on short and you throw it into this corner, and if you throw it there, it's gonna suppress all of this, not just all the way here, but even all the way here in the back. It's pretty useful one. If you have decided that you want to go on B, you can do this very simple lineup. In front of B there is this door, and you want to stand right in front of this doorknob. And then you want to look up, and there's this great huge tower. And you just want to aim at the highest roof at this corner right here. You just simply place your crosshair there into this spot, once again, right here, this top roof. And you throw your knife. Very simple. Just stand in the middle of these doors and line up correctly, and the knife is gonna land right here. And as you can see, if there's anyone on spawn, he cannot break the knife. Even anyone, pretty much only the player who can break the knife is gonna be the player on stairs, but usually he won't because he cannot really see that coming. So this knife is really amazing and gets you spawn, stairs, and market. If you want to know if there's anyone playing in market, you can just do your knife very simply like this. Just stand behind this box and you will place your crosshair on top of this roof, on this right corner of the roof, like this. You just want to peek and throw the knife, and this knife will go all the way to the market. And if there's anyone market, it will blow right there. Suppress anyone who might be holding this angle, or anyone who might be holding this angle. If you are defending, you can just do your knife simply like this. You just want to peek at the beginning of the round and throw your knife right here to get information if there's anyone tiles, and you can do the same thing from mid, like this, on this wall or this wall, doesn't really matter. or you can just do it top mid to get info as well. And if you wanna be playing B and to throw it at the beginning of the round to gather info if they are stuck in front of B and trying to push that, you can just throw your knife through this window. This knife is hard to break, it lands fast and gets you a lot of info. It explodes right there and gets you all the way here, and usually enemies will be waiting close to the line. If you are taking A side, I would recommend you doing this knife. You just want to throw the knife here so the enemies cannot break it, and it still gets you a lot of info, like this. It's gonna suppress anyone under heaven and anyone who might be behind the generator, pretty much the whole side, except anyone who would be here or these two corners. So this gets you a lot of info. On B side, you can do your knife just simply like this, to throw it on this wall, to get info if there's anyone close, or if you want to throw it in the back, you just want to simply throw it right on this wall, and works the same way. And firstly, let's start here on the B side. When you are defending, there is this amazing lineup, or just a throw, which you can do. You want to be throwing your knife right on top of this. So all you just want to do is stand here, and if you want to do it at the beginning of the round, you can do it like this. You want to throw it in the back, you just simply jump and throw it like this. And the knife is gonna explode on this spot, suppressing anyone who would be in front of it or anyone who would be in tunnels. Or you can do it later in the round to just check if there's anyone in tunnels, and you just simply throw it somewhere here. If you jump, it gets a little bit lower, but still it suppresses anyone who is in tunnels, like this. It really depends on you where you want to throw it. You can throw it more to the left to check more this entrance, or just into the more back if you want to check these deeper corners. However, if you are attacking, you can do just this very simple lineup. You just want to stand in this corner, and then you want to place your cursor on top of this lightning onto this right corner, and you just throw your knife there. This knife is gonna go over this building, and it's gonna land right here, and suppressing anyone who will be on site. Usually if there's Cypher, it's a great to suppress him, his tripwires will be off, and you can simply push in. And if you are taking B side, you can just do these two knives. You can, if you wanna go for the back side, you just wanna throw it onto this corner, somewhere here. Doesn't have to be precise. Or you can do it right here into this corner. Like this, you just want to peek a bit, throw your knife there, and it's gonna suppress anyone behind the pillar and anyone close to the site. On the middle, you just want to do your knife very simply at the beginning of the round. You want to throw it anywhere on this building. You don't want to throw it here where enemies can break it and can see it easily. You can either throw it here or here in the back. Those two knives, this one is undestroyable for them if they are here, and this one is hard to spot and break immediately. So it gets you a lot of info at the beginning of the round. On A side, if you are defending, there's plenty of knives which you can do. There's one from heaven. You just want to stand right here, and you want to place your cursor onto this thing supporting this roof, and you just want to place your cursor on top of it, like that. You throw your knife, and it lands right here. Like this. This knife the enemies cannot even break, since they cannot really see it from here, as you can see, and it suppresses anyone who would be close. You can do another knife very simply like this, just right there. This lands straight up very fast at the beginning of the round and get in pretty deep. Anyone almost would be even this flower and all the way here. And if you are lastly on the ramp, you can just do your knife simply on this spot, like that. However, this knife is easy to break, so be careful with that one. But still, it gets you info if it's broken, but the enemies won't get suppressed. If you wanna push A, you can do plenty of knives. First of all, you can do this one. You just wanna stand on top of this flower pot, and you jump and throw your knife right here, on that corner. And if there would be anyone right here on the ramp, this knife is gonna suppress them and they cannot use their utility, and your jett can push them. Then there's plenty of more. You can just do this simple one. You just wanna aim at this corner where this building is, like that corner, the white one. And you just wanna stand on top of this and throw it. You don't even have to be on top of it, it doesn't really matter. This one will go just a little bit further. So the first knife will land right here, and the other one is gonna land on the same spot actually. So, and if it lands right here, it will suppress anyone who's behind this side and or even an elbow. Or you can do your knife very simply like this. You just want to jump and throw it on this corner in the tower. And when you throw it, it's gonna suppress anyone in heaven or under heaven. Like that. And let's start when you're attacking B. So for the first lineup, you want to stand in this corner. And you want to look at this wall. I mean, at this corner of the roof. And the top of this roof right here. And you want to place these two corners into the right angle like this. So that they are aligned. Like that. And you throw your knife. This knife is going to land on the back side. And it's going to suppress anyone who would be holding there. And they cannot really see the knife come in. So that's the best way about that. Then you can just do your knife very simply right here on this front. Since if you throw it there, it pretty much never gets broken. Only the players who would be here close can break it, but they would reveal their position and you would still may get a free kill on them since they cannot really move from these positions. And you can do this from hookah as well. You just want to jump and throw it in the middle, or you can throw it just very simply on the back wall. You don't have to think twice about these knives. When you are at the beginning of the round, you can do just very simple knife like this on this corner, or you can do it on this corner in the back to get info if there's anyone in hookah, but I would recommend you doing it on this corner like that. It still gets this corner and goes all the way here. If you are defending B side and you want to get your ultimate as fast as you can do at the beginning of the round, you just want to peek it and throw your knife right here behind the fountain, so that way it is hard to break. And if it doesn't spot anyone, you can freely take the orb since no one is close enough to push you, and the knife lands right here and they would have to run there all the way here and you could hear them till they get there, and you would already have your ult. When you are retaking B, you can do your knives very simply like just like this, or one like this. This one is gonna go even in these corners and get you the info. If you are attacking A side, you can do this very simple lineup. Just stand in this corner. Now you wanna look up and there is this corner, this V shape in the leaves. And you just place your crosshair right here. And you throw your knife. This knife is gonna land fast on the right here into this lamp area and uncover anyone who would be there, and even anyone behind the truck. Overall, hitting this lamp area is the best one, I'd say, since it's the most common spot where the enemies hold, and if they use utility there, it can be really annoying. You can also do it from the area from lamps as well, like this. If you are retaking, you can just simply check the lamps without worrying that your knife will be destroyed through this wall. And if you throw it there, it's gonna reveal all lamps all the way till this corner. This corner doesn't get hit, but this does. So it covers a lot of area. Once again, like that, and it's covered all the way here. Very useful one. If you've been throwing your knife every time here or on this wall, you can try even doing it on this wall without the worry of that knife being destroyed once again, since it will go pretty far, and if the enemies are close to the border, they usually don't stand all the way here in the back. When you are attacking, you can do this fake knife to fake your position. You just want to stand right here, and if you are in a 1vx situation, you can use this to fake your position very easily, and the enemies will usually rotate to the knife where you've thrown it. And you just want to stand here at the fountain and place your crosshair right where these wires are coming from, and you simply throw it. Your knife will go a long way, all the way on A side, and it's gonna land perfectly in the back. And if there's anyone here or at triple, he's gonna get suppressed, and most likely he will call out to his team that your knife has been on A, and they will usually rotate. And lastly, you can do very similar thing right here from short. Once again, stand in this corner, and you will just place your crosshair on this wire next to this next to this thing on top of the roof, right here, and you place your cursor on this wire, and you just simply throw it. This knife will, as the previous one, will go all the way on the other side across the whole map and land right here, and it will spot anyone on side, a lot of elbow actually, and anyone who would be close in this cabin. You can either support your team that way and try to flank the enemies, or you can once again fake your position and then go on A. Very simple. And this first knife is to fake your position, which you can use in a 1vx situation. Since this map is so huge, this will take the enemy a lot of time to find you, and you just want to stand in this corner on top of these rocks right here in front of the A side, and then you want to place your cursor on top of this flagpole right here, and you just move it a little bit to the right so that you don't accidentally hit it, and you place it right here and you throw it. This knife will land fast on B side, faking your position immediately, and even if there would be anyone on site right here, he can still get spotted. You don't have to use it only if you are in clutch situation. You can try to lurk with it and support your team with this knife to find them those positions. And if you throw it, the enemy will usually rotate here, since he will hear your knife to be here, and you can go on A side freely. Another simple knife which you can do on A side, this is one of the best knives that I found. This knife is great. All you just need to do is just use this tip of this corner of this leaf and the tip of this leaf, and you just place them into the right angle like this, and you throw your knife. The knife will land perfectly behind the backside of the pyramids, and it will suppress anyone who would be there, even anyone behind these or anywhere on site. Basically, this is one of the best ones, but there are more. You can throw your knife here to check the right side of the pyramids, or you can just simply throw it right here on this corner to check the other spots on the left side. Works the same way. However, this knife, it's hard to see it coming through, and usually finds anyone who would be behind the pyramids and suppresses them. If you are defending, the best knives overall is just simply throw your knife right there at the beginning of the round. Or if you wanna see if the enemies are already close here, you just throw it through the wall like this, and it's gonna explode right here, and it will go all the way here to these stairs and get you a lot of info. If you think that the enemies might go mid, you just might throw your knife at the beginning of the round like this. Just jump and throw. It will land right here and gather the information. If you wanna go B with your team, all you just need to do is stand next to this crack cage, and then you wanna place your cursor on top of this leaf, the bottom of it, the top of it, just right there, and you simply throw your knife. It's very simple to remember and fast to find, and it lands perfectly and uncovers the backside. Not really the backside, but this whole area. And all you have to worry about is just this corner. Or you can just very simply throw your knife right here if you peek with it. Or if you wanna just check, then you can try doing this, and it only gets you the info for this spot. Then if there's anyone suppressed, you don't have to worry, it suppressed anyone else. If you are defending B, you can just simply throw your knife on this wall anywhere. You will still get a lot of info. If you throw it like I did just right now, it will find anyone who might be in front of B. Or you can do it in the back to see if anyone is gonna peek the window. Or you can just simply try to check the elbow with this knife, and it's gonna, I will throw it once again, go all the way here and all the way here, finding anyone in elbow. If you are retaking on breeze, on A side, you just usually want to throw your knife behind this pyramid, so throwing it on the top is one of the best spots, since it would be hard to break and it still gets you a lot of info, as you can see. Or you can just simply check the tunnel and this crate by throwing it right there. Also on mid, you can do your knife like this, as you did from the doors. Works the same way. And also you can do it from the other side. If you're attacking and you want to go mid and see if there's anyone window right there, you just want to place your cursor right here where you want your knife to land, and then you go up until your cursor is leveled up with the wall right here, just like this, and it will go all the way in the back perfectly and get you the info if there's anyone mid. And lastly, if you are taking B side, you can try doing this knife. Just you wanna get stuck behind this pole and place your crosshair right here into these leaves, into that corner right here, and throw it. The knife will go perfectly all the way in the back right here and uncover anyone who might be hiding there. And let's start with this amazing arrow, which you can do if you are committing to B or you just wanna fake going to B. And it's very simple lineup. You wanna stand in this corner close to the spawn right here in the back. Then you look up and you see these two stars, these two white stars, and in the middle of them there is this blue one, and you just simply place your crosshair onto the blue one. You can find it very easily, and you just place your crosshair there and throw the knife, and this knife will land perfectly in the middle of sight. It might suppress anyone. This knife is hard to spot coming in, and if it drops, it's gonna find anyone who is behind yellow or in this corner or close here, or anyone on spot. You can do this to either fake your position that you are trying to go B and then just simply run on A straight up, or you can win, or you can gather information for your team. Overall, if you are defending B, the best knife at the beginning of the round is this one, and just do it to get the info. Or you can do this one. This knife is pretty decent, I'd say, since the enemies cannot see it coming, and you can do it from kitchen. You just want to stand on this corner and throw your knife right here in this gap. Very simply throw it like this. It's gonna land right here, or you want to land it right there, and it will spawn anyone. Even if you throw it like this, it doesn't make that much difference, but still it's a little bit better to throw it more to the back, like that. And when I've been messing around with those lineups, I've been in this corner and I tried throwing this simple one. There are all these stars, and then there is those two, the blue one, and above that one is a white one. And when you place your cursor on this white one and throw your knife, it will land perfectly on this container, gathering info if there's anyone coming. But I don't think that's very useful. You can do it for fun if you have a time. In this spot you are pretty vulnerable, but you can try to throw it and try to impress your friends with it. Overall, if you are trying to retake B side, you just want to throw your knife behind the yellow, and you just want to do it very simply. You don't want to peek this corner all the way. You can just do it like this. Throw your knife there, and it's gonna explode anywhere here in the bag and get you the info if there's anyone behind the yellow, and that should be enough info for you to retake, since there's always anyone behind it and you want to know how many players there is. If you are attacking A side and you want to get the info, the best spot to always throw your knife is into this building. So you just want to throw your knife always there. You can throw it from rafters very simply, just like this, and it will suppress the whole side, or you can just do it from here as well. You might want to ping that so that you make it easier for yourself to throw the knife. You want to aim a little bit above middle of this pipe and just simply jump and throw it, and it will land there. Or you can just simply do some parkour and then just simply throw your knife there, and it will get you a lot of info. As you can see, it will reveal the whole side, even this corner, and you have to only worry about these two close corners and this one as well. Then there would be only the players on spawn. If you are defending A side, these are the best knives. You just want to do the first one. You want to always aim at this belt, at this bottom of this gray one, and just simply throw there your knife. That one will land pretty low, and it will find anyone and suppress anyone who might want to push belt and get you the info for your team. Or you can do it on the other side of this belt right here and throw there your knife. This will land pretty far since it goes under this. You can throw it a little bit further if you want to land it there, but I think this one is fine. It lands a bit deeper and gets you the info if there's anyone coming. And let's start with this amazing lineup, which you can do in a clutch situation. You just want to do this. You want to start in this corner, and you want to place your cursor right here under this stick, which is sticking out, and you just place your cursor a little bit below it, and then you simply throw your knife, and the knife will go all the way across the map, land perfectly in the backside. It will get anyone who is heaven, backside, or this corner, and even under heaven. And the best way to use it is in a clutch situation, since you would throw it and you are still in front of C. The enemies usually will rotate, since they would think that you are coming and you are close to A, and you would have C all for yourself. Another lineup which you can do, this time on C, if you are going there with your team, you can just simply find this hole in the leaves, this little O, and you place your cursor in the middle and place your cursor right there and simply throw your knife. The knife will land perfectly around this area. Sometimes it will land on the side, but usually on the top, so that way it is hard for anyone to break if they are on backside. And if it lands there, you can see it gets a lot of spots, these close backside, but doesn't get these two and these and this one. So you should be careful, but still it gets you a lot of info and suppresses anyone who might be holding C. If you go in on A, you can do this simple knife. You just want to stand on top of this, and when you jump, you can see that there is this tip and this wall. So you want to just place your crosshair right here next to this wall, like this. And when you are at the highest point of your jump, you throw it, like that. The knife will land right here, and it will get anyone who's backside. As you can see, in under heaven and spawn. Those spots. But you can also do this knife from long, as you can see. You just want to stand on top of these sandbags. Then you find this little gap in the roof, like this, right here. And you just place your cursor there and move it a little bit to the left, so that you don't accidentally hit that when you throw it. The knife will land right here in the backside, somewhere here, I think. Yep. And it once again gets anyone in this area. If you are going B, there's not really any lineup necessary. You just want to always throw your knife right here in the middle of the side, since as you can see, it gets pretty much every corner. Usually, most importantly, these close ones and backside. Unfortunately, doesn't get you this one and the links, but still gets you enough info for you to enter. If you are defending, those are the best knives which you can throw at the beginning of the round. The first one here on long is simply just this one. As you can see, this knife will land in that corner and go all the way here, once again. Or it will also get anyone who might be pushing. From B, you can do just by simply throwing it here or either here. It doesn't really matter. If you throw it right here, it lands like this and gets anyone in front of A once again. And if you throw it through the window like that, still gets you a lot of info. From garage, you can do the same thing, just simply throw it through the door. It's gonna land in this grass and get you the info if there's anyone coming in. And lastly, for C, you just once again do the same thing as you did before. Just throw it right here. And if it lands right here, it gets you info. Usually enemies will be standing close to the doors here, so it will get them if they decide that they want to push. But don't do this every time, since they might be pre-firing that or just waiting for your knife to land. If you are retaking, you can try doing these knives. Just want to throw it on this corner. It will go all the way here in the back, get you these corners and under heaven. Or if you are coming from heaven, the best spot to do it is always on side, or if you think that there's anyone long or short, just throw it right here. It will get you these corners and these. Super easy to do. If you're taking B, just simply throw your knife on the generator, or you can throw it more to these doors to know if there's anyone in this corner. And that's pretty much all. You don't have to think twice about those knives. And on C, you usually want to try to hit this corner, I'd say, since it gets you the most info. As you can see, it goes all the way in the back and gets you even these logs and all these corners. Gets you a lot of info. Or you can just, if there's no one on site, just don't forget to throw it on long, so that you can prevent any lineups or some ultimates that might come in. So yeah, those were some simple lineups which you can do with Kayo with his knives when you are retaking, defending, or attacking. Hopefully this video was helpful. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. And see you guys soon. Bye.